What is up everyone, this is Blue Eye and welcome back to another VGC Link battle, Wi-Fi battle. And today we do the 4th round of the VGC tournament that I went to a few weeks ago already. Don't worry, I'm almost done with these videos, but I thought the battles were just good enough to upload all 6 series of them, because in my opinion they were all good battles, and since I was winning quite a lot of them, I was, in the top of the leaders board, so I obviously had good opponents who also won their matches. So for today's battle we first start with team preview, so because I wrote down his team so I know what my opponent, called Vaei or Willem because Dutch, and his team was Nihiligo, Pheromosa, Kartana, Marowak, Pelipper and Golduck. So if I look at the team, I see Rain. I know I can deal really well with Rain because I have Araquanid and Kartana. And I also see that he's very weak to Trick Room, with only Marowak being slow. So looking at his team, seeing that he has Kartana and Pharaoh, I decide to bring Marowak as just to counter his his water counters basically. And I ended up bringing my Trick Room with Araquanid as the lead, since I kind of wanted to see if he would lead with the Rain, because Araquanid and Porygon 2 to get our own Rain, and I rounded it out with Kartana just to cover, the Nihiligo and the Golduck. So since I want to, add team preview, we'll just hop into the battle and we'll just see what happens. And once again, this is recorded with my phone because of the recent patch. So as said, I lead Araquanid P2. He leads Pheromosa Golduck. So I'm kind of expecting him to use a fighting move on my Porygon, because my Trick Room threatens his team so much. So I decide to make the ballsy play and go into Marowak. And well, let's see if it pans out. He goes for a Z move. It's a fighting Z move. So it's Pheromosa using the Z move. And who does it target? That's the real question. It targets Marowak, so it doesn't do anything. Golduck also sqauds, which I was kind of expecting, but my Marowak actually managed to live because there's no Rain. And with the liquidation, Pheromosa has paper thin defenses. So I just pick up the one-hit knockout. I was really happy with that first turn, and he was like, yeah, it was mega obvious, but I had to go for it anyway. And I agree with that. So I switch out Marowak, knowing that P2 can actually take a lot of hits, and if I get Trick Room up, Marowak will still be a threat even though he's at 15 HP. So Kartana Leaf Blades my Araquanid, which does a shit ton of damage. I did not expect that much damage, and after this battle, he told me why. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a Choice Banded Kartana. Which is something you don't usually expect. Because usually you expect Focus Sash or Assault Vest. So he did get the burn, but my Porygon, even with the burn of Scald, my Porygon just lives a Choice Banded Leaf Blade and the Scald from Golduck. So I get off my Water Z move with Araquanid. I was actually really happy that Porygon lived, because it's so tanky. How does it live all that? It shouldn't. It lived 2 Scalds and a burn, plus a Choice Banded Leaf Blade from Max Attack Kartana. I mean, what? And my Water Z move goes to Golduck, and I get Trick Room up. I mean, it's going really well so far. But my Porygon is about to die. And my Marowak is really low. So it isn't over yet. He could still come back because of this Trick Room. So he sends out his Pelipper, which is his last Mon. Sets up Drizzle, so he did bring Rain, but he didn't lead with Rain. But my Araquanid should go first. And I protect just to see what he does. And I think I just double protect to see what he wanted to do. I just wanted to scout what he would do, you know, in case the Kartana protected, because I didn't know it was banded. So he uses Hurricane Leaf Blade and I just decide to attack with a rain boosted liquidation on the Pelipper. And Marowak with the Flare Blitz onto Kartana. That will just pick up the one-hit knockout even in the rain, because 4 times effectiveness and all that, and thick club Marowak. I do die to recoil, and Araquanid will actually also die to the Hurricane. So it's right now we are in a 1v1, but I was like, my Kartana is assault vested. It should, quote unquote, should survive a Hurricane, and then I can and then I can KO with Leaf Blade. So he goes for the Hurricane. I was on the edge of my seat. I survive. However, I got confused. Do I get hexed? Ladies and gentlemen, we end an epic cliffhanger and I break through confusion. And I was really relieved, because he was also almost mega excited there because of the luck he had. But thankfully the luck did not matter and I win the first game. Now on to the second game. Let's see, he did end up not switching up the 6 pokes the 4 he would go with. So with Nihiligo and this Marowak he decided up not bringing. I did switch up my Pokemon. Went for the Feeny instead of the Porygon, thinking I could just beat him without Trick Room. I'm not sure why. Also on the previous turn, I think my Araquanid was 20 HP and actually made a read there that he would double target into Porygon, so I could get an attack off with Araquanid. I also really like that play. I kind of skipped over it, so I'll just say it right here. So we just go into the second battle now. So switch up Porygon with Tapu Fini, not entirely sure why, but I think it was because of Pheromosa. So I lead Fini Marowak, expecting him to switch it up as well, and he just goes Pheromosa Golduck again, and I know my Golduck can take a Scald, no, my Marowak can take a Scald, and Pheromosa doesn't really threaten me except with Poison Jab, and that shouldn't do anything. So I switch Marowak to Kartana to take the predicted Scald, and he U-turns onto my Tapu Fini, which does some damage. But if you want to switch it out, might as well U-turn. I don't have anything faster, so that was a good play. But I'm just gonna go for the Specs Dazzling Gleam, I think, right here, as he does set up the rain for his Golduck. So this is scary since, you know, Golduck Swift Swim activates. He's now faster than everything else, and that's good Dazzling Gleam damage. 50% on both of them. The Scald does a shit ton of damage in the rain, but it does not burn. But I do know my Kartana cannot take another one, so I have to switch it out into Araquanid, who will soak up that Scald, no problem. And Golduck protects. He just wants to see what I'm gonna do. And the Pelipper does not protect, so I get up a Dazzling Gleam and KO the Pelipper. So I'm already off to a good start. My team is kind of good against his. In comes the Bandit Kartana, and I know it should Oko my Fini. But I'm gonna leave it in, with the logic like if he goes onto my Fini, I can just use a rain boosted water Z move, and I think that should do a lot of damage. So Kartana picks up the KO, gets a Beast boost, and I go for the water move, the watery bubbly, and down the drain he goes. So Araquanid surrounds itself with Z-Power, unleashes the full Z-Move Hydro Vortex. I point at you and you go down the drain. It is not very effective, but he died. So stab rain boosted liquidation will Oko the Kartana through the resistance in the rain. So I send up Marowak. I think I protect the Whack here. Pretty sure protect the Whack and try to kill the Pharaoh. And if I kill Pheromosa here, I win. So he goes for the Hydro and on the Marowak, and Pheromosa, he doesn't really have anything to hit my Araquanid, which was his biggest issue. since his only way to kill Araquanid was Kartana or the Nihiligo, which he never brought. So basically Kartana. Right now he just can't touch it. This is all-out pummeling, and look at this damage. Like, Kartana takes it. I mean, Araquanid takes it. Barely though, but I take it. We take those. So maybe he should have double targeted into my Kartana, predicting the protect on Marowak, and then he could maybe have turned this game around. But I still have Tapu Fini in the back, so he just forfeits right there, and that is the second game. So the second game was a bit shorter. The first game was good because of my... I'm just gonna put up the prediction right here, where I... You know, where on the turn where where they double targeted into Porygon, and I predict that and don't protect my 10 HP Araquanid, just to brag. So yeah, that should be playing on your screen right now, and it should be over almost already. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short battle. The next battle will actually not be a VGC round of this tournament, but it will be some battle spot games that I played with my new team. And I plan to use that new team in a live battle spot series, which I think I'm gonna call live laddering. Not entirely sure. But thanks again for watching. If you haven't not seen my previous video, it's clickable, should be clickable on the screen right now. A card should have been appeared where you can press on the card to watch the previous video. And with that said, I will see you in my next video. Bye.